this is a performance that's like no other, really. It's a kind of, not a forced performance, but it's certainly, the sound of it is quite overwhelming. And you're certainly drawn to it in quite a surprising way. Actually seeing the footage of the piece, I was blown away with the piece itself. It made perfect sense to make it a sort of pivotal piece in the exhibition.
Well, I study a combination of Victorian performance and popular performance. So clog dancing was something that I'd always been interested in. But this dance is interesting because it predates any previously known machine dance by well over 100 years. So this dance really goes right to the root of the Industrial Revolution, and I think it's extraordinary in the fact that it's a very timeless dance. This is really the birthplace of the Industrial Revolution, and the clog was symbolic of all the industry.
It was like hell on earth at the time of the Industrial Revolution, and now it's beautiful and a green valley, and it's really hard to imagine how awful the working conditions were and how awful the environment was. And I think we need pieces like the machinery to help us make that imaginative leap.
We wanted something that became very immersive for the audience, so that they would feel that they were actually standing within those workplaces.
It really is a totally immersive experience, and I just think, the connection between the call centres and the Industrial Revolution is just, such a brilliant insight.
There's very repetitive working practices, and we found that a lot of the health issues that cotton mill workers experienced were also experienced by call centre workers.
What I find fascinating through the research that's been done is showing the direct correlation, the direct comparison that can be made between the injuries both to mental health and to physical health in the mills of the 18th and 19th century to call centres today.
It really makes people think about the conditions that people are working in now.
And we realised that the people working the machines, and they were mainly women and children working on the machine floor, would then take these movements out onto the street and do them for fun.
It communicates perfectly the way that people and machines can become almost in tune with one another.
Why would you spend your whole day working at machines doing incredibly repetitive work that threatens to completely subsume you and alienate you from your humanness, and then take it out?
It was very easy, I felt, to understand the frustrations of the workers needing to let go their emotions.
Often when people are faced with something which is very difficult physically or mentally, then they'll find a coping strategy and they'll turn it into something very positive and a real artistic expression of their everyday practice.